Hi there, this is Luise Heinzel, and today I want to share with you my brand new digital printable junk journal kit that I've created, and I also want to share with you some embellishment ideas with handmade paper doilies. Yeah, so here we go. To be honest, today it's a day that is really hard for me, and recording this video is so hard for me because I'm totally overwhelmed about the things that are going on my YouTube channel at the moment. Perhaps you remember a few days ago I have published a video with my hubby. So my hubby was here in my craft room and we made a video together to celebrate 10,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And I've never expected such a reaction. I've never expected so many messages. I'm totally speechless about what's going on here at the moment. And the reason why I have this new junk journal kit here is really simple. Because the reason is you. I can't say it in other words. The reason is you. After I have made this junk journal tag challenge for my 10,000 subscribers milestone. So by the way, this challenge is still running. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, please check out the info box. The link to this challenge video is linked down there. So you can check that out and you can still join the tag challenge if you want. So there's a freebie that you can download and then you can create a junk journal tag and join this giveaway. So please watch the other video. It would be too long to explain that in detail. But after we had published this video, there were so many messages about this little squirrel and the mushroom that we used to make our junk journal tag. And that's also part of the freebie that you get for this tag challenge. And there were so many people that have written to me, Luise, can you please make some junk journal pages and probably some ephemera so that we can make a junk journal with this little squirrel and perhaps he can get some friends or that stuff. And you wrote to me that you like this autumn theme and all the colors that are in this little freebie. And I thought, okay, I have to do that. And now I'm here after some sleepless days and nights. I'm here with this kit and I would like to introduce you to these pages today. So this kit has 5 pages. This kit comes in US letter, so I think the most of you who are watching this English version of the video are using US letter paper, so you can print that to your size of paper. But of course you can also print that to A4, so I did that here. So probably you recognize the proportions of this papers. This was originally DIN A4 and I got a little frame here that I can easily cut off. So if you have A4 in your country, then of course you can also print that. And yeah, what can I say? These pages are you. I really have a problem to say thank you to you, even if I'm really, really thankful, of course, for all your support and all your lovely words, all this love that you give to me. I'm really, really thankful from the bottom of my heart. But when I say this word thank you, it seems to be so small and so tiny compared to what I'm feeling at the moment and compared to my emotions. And it's really hard for me to find the right words in English, but please be sure that what you are doing for me at the moment, it means the world to me. It's so overwhelming and so outstanding. I can't describe that with my limited English vocabulary. I'm so thankful for that, and I'm so thankful that I'm allowed to do these things in my life that I love. And yeah, I'm so thankful that you like my creations as well and my videos and yeah, my content at all. Thank you so much. It's really, it means the world to me. I can't say it in other words because I have no words. Yeah, okay, so these are the pages. In this video, I don't have the ephemera pages here on my desk because I don't need them for my project for today. Okay, so let's start making some embellishments for these pages. I will put them aside to make some handmade paper doilies because those handmade paper doilies are the base for this embellishment idea that I want to show you today. For this, I have taken out all of the punches that I have in my stash. So yeah, that are different punches, and you can use nearly every punch that you have at hand or that you have at in your stash. So I have some of these here. So first of all, I have my crocodile. The crocodile can make a small hole and a bigger hole, same as these both little guys here. So these are some hand punches that this one can make a bigger hole and this one can make a smaller hole. So that's really useful. Then I have these circle punches. So this circle is 2-inch. And this I don't know because this punch gives me the information, yeah, how big this is, but you can compare that. I think you can use any punch that you have, any circle that you have. The bigger ones, of course, are a little bit more, yeah, rough in the end. It depends to the size of the paper doily that you want to make. So the smaller the circle is, I think the better your result will be in the end. And what I also have here is this little thing. So this normally is meant to use on the edge of a paper. So you can take this thing, take your paper, put it in here, and then punch along here so that you have here on the edge this beautiful flower edge thingy. And the last thing that I have here is this thing. So this has two sides that you can use. This is a corner rounder, and on the other side you have this little notch thingy. So this is normally meant to make some envelopes, but this is really useful for these paper doilies. I will show you in a second how you can use this when you want to make those paper doilies. Of course, you can use any paper that you like for this project. You can use some old book pages. You can use some ledger paper, some pages from an atlas or whatever. You can use any paper that you want. So I decided to use this copy paper. This is 60-gram copy paper, so a little bit thinner than this normal copy paper. I have coffee dyed this, and this white thing that you can see here on top is some white gesso. I used this paper to protect my table when I made another project, but I think it's okay to have this here. This gives us a little bit more of interest for the end result. If you have US letter paper, I think you can do the same technique that I'm doing now with the folding. I think that makes no big difference. So the big question is always how big do you want to have your paper doily in the end? So as you can see, this was folded, and when it's folded it's like so, and it looks really tiny, and when you fold it out, it's hard to imagine how big this will come out when you first have this little, yeah, folded thing. But I think a good trick and a good size for a normal junk journal page is to fold this in half, this DIN A4 paper in half, or US letter into half, like so. I have to put this out of the way. Then fold it back. Take one edge here and fold that to this middle fold, like so. I have little damage here on my page, so I do it on this side so that the paper doily has not this tearing there. So fold this like so, so that you have a triangle here that lines up with this middle fold. Then we turn it around, take this edge and fold it the same way to the middle. It's not so important that this is really exactly, it's a junk journal, it's not so important. Take some scissors and cut along here so that you get this big triangle. Then we take our scissors and cut here exactly in the middle to cut this both things apart, like so. Then you have two of those squares with one in one step. Yeah, so then you take that, fold that like so, so that you have a triangle. Then you take this corner here, fold it exactly to the other corner, like so. Do that again, take this one and fold it like so. And now you have still a triangle from both sides. When you take it another time and take this little edge here and fold it like so, then you can see that you get something like this, and you have this little thing here. Can you see this little edge here? And you have this here and this triangle there on top. And we will now cut this triangle off like so, so that we have this little shape here. And the next thing that I would like to do is to first cut, or no, not cut, but punch around this edge here. So I will fold that like so, I mean back, so that I have this. When I fold it out completely, it's like so. Then we have this. But I want to have two layers of my paper like so, so that I can use, this edge punch here first. And it depends on how thick the paper can be that you can put into your punch. You have probably you have to try that out first before you do that. But I know that my punch, this thing here, can punch 2 layers of this paper. So I can leave it like this. If your punch can handle thicker paper, then of course you can also do it like so and then punch. But I know that my punch can't handle that. Please try that out. You have to experiment a little bit with this thing to find out how thick the paper can be that you can put into here. Now I take this with this little edge here and put that inside of this thing. And then I just punch this. And as you can see, this is not really exactly, it's not like a machine would make this paper doily, but I don't want it to look like a machine has made it. So I just go around here and punch around this thing where I think that it looks great. And I don't care about these little, other people would call it accidents, but I call that junk journal art. So I will show you in a second what I mean. So let me just punch to this last one here. So as you can see, here are some little, mistakes. This thingy here is a little bit strange. This thing here is a little bit strange, but I think these are the things that make this paper doily look interesting. These half flowers here, this irregular style is something that I really like, and I enjoy those outcomes. So if you want to have that more regular, of course you can also measure these things and do that more exactly like I'm doing it here. So now I fold this back like so, and then let's take a circle punch like this one, and now I'm starting in the middle. So as you can see, here is the middle of this little thing. So I have this fold here, and when I fold it out, I can see this fold and I can see where the middle is. And I'm starting here by punching one hole exactly on this line, like so. And this punch can handle more layers of paper. So that's of course really fine. If you have this and you have a punch that can handle this paper, then you can punch in this area, and when you fold it out, you have those circles in a really regular way. So I think it's a good idea to start in the middle, like I did with this bigger hole, and then go to the right side and to the left side. Then you can get a really regular result. Now I made these both holes on the left and the right side, approximately the same distance to the first hole. And now you can decide if you want to make it, big, small, and you can also see if that will work. So here I think we can do a bigger one as well. And if you start in the middle, you can see that really easily if that has enough space here to make the big hole. If not, just make a second or a third smaller hole. But when you start on the right side and you go to the left side or the other way around, it's much harder to see if you have enough space for the holes. So I like to do it like so. Then we have that. And now let me show you what this notch thing makes. So I take this thing and put it in here like so. And then I turn that around so that I can see where I have it. And then I can place it where I think. So I don't put that into the whole thing, of course, because that would be way too big for this little thingy there. So I put it in here like until I can see a little bit of my paper. Then when it's in position, you can see it can't fall out because it's too thick to fall out. Then I can take it, turn it around, place it to my table, and then punch it. That's a little bit difficult because it's so thick, but it works, and it's much easier to place the punch to your table and then press like so, then press it in the air. So I mean holding this thing in the air. So that's not so easy. And I think we can make some smaller holes. So perhaps here around this round edge of this notch thingy, like so. And of course you can play around like you want. You can think, okay, I want some bigger holes or some smaller holes. Do what you want and do what you think that could look great. Try to don't overthink this. I think if you try to imagine how this will look in the end, then the fun can be lost. So you can also make some half holes like so here. That can look really interesting in the end as well. And then when you think, okay, I have something like a cheese from Switzerland here, then with these holes, then you can take it and fold it out, and then you have a beautiful paper doily. I think this is a masterpiece. I think this is one of the most beautiful things I've ever made with this technique. Yeah, so okay, let's try the other one as well. So we fold it the same way, and perhaps we can do it a little bit different on this piece here. I also want to show you what you can do if you don't want to, if you don't have such a punch that makes this beautiful borders. So of course you can also do that just by using these normal hole punches. So let me just prepare this. We will cut off this thing again like so. And then of course you can do it like so, so that you can see this thing, this, and this. In a second that will make sense. Take your normal punch like this, go to this first fold here where this little edge is here, and then punch the hole directly on top of this fold. Do the same thing here and here, like so. Then you have these 3 holes, and yeah, One fold is here, one fold is here in the middle, and one is here on the end. So these holes are exactly on this folding lines, don't know the word, you know what I mean. And then you can go around these holes with a smaller hole punch and make something like a flower, like so. And here I also want to show you what happens when you make this little bit irregular. So don't be afraid of punching this and thinking, oh, that's not so regular. Don't care about that. That will look beautiful in the end, I promise you. So then we have space here for another hole like this, and here like this. And probably we can also make one here between these both flower thingies, and one here like so. And then we can fold that back perhaps. Now I can't decide what I want to do. So let's try this notch thingy again. So I really like that. So I will put that in here. Okay, so I can't bring it into this thing because I have folded it not exactly enough here. Don't care about that. Just take it the other way around and put it in there. So that's much easier. Place it where you want it. Turn it around and punch. And you can still decide what to do with this edge that doesn't go into the machine here, or you can leave that edge like it is. So just play around a little bit and don't be confused if that works not so well like you want it. You know what I mean. Experimenting is everything. Yeah, okay, so let's see how that looks. Okay, so when you fold that out, you can see it's different than this one with this edge punch, but it also works. And I think for those junk journal projects, this is also great. You don't need those special tools. You don't need these, yeah, you know, when you if you don't have this, make it like so, and you will have a beautiful result in the end as well. And what you also can use for such a project is some die cuts. So if you probably have a die cut that can make something like this, of course, you can also use this. And especially when you have a die cut that has this edge here, this edge, then you can also imitate something like we got with this thing, with such a die cut. So here we can just fold this, line that up really well, and then you can use these things here to make some kind of a flower. So we have this round thing here. We can take the punch and just punch into these, into these little things here. So I will just do that and then I will show you how that looks. But now you have this, and probably you can imagine how cute that will look in the end. So let's do some more holes. So as you can see, you can also do that with just these hole punches. Yeah, if you have two of these, two different sizes, that will be totally enough to make something really beautiful. So I will just go around here as well. Little bit here and there, like so. Probably little row of holes here, and this time probably we can leave it as it is and look how it looks when we don't make too many holes. So that can look like this in the end, and I think this looks also really great and really interesting. And as I said, you don't need such a punch to make a beautiful paper dolly by yourself. The next thing that I want to do is I want to bring this out of the way. Little confetti thing here. Yeah, okay. go away. The next thing that I want to do is I want to distress these things a little bit, and I want to color them. If you have paper that's also already really interesting, like this coffee dyed paper, for example, then of course you don't have to do the next step. You can just skip it. But yeah, look at this. This already looks really interesting. But if you have some boring pages, of course you can jazz them up a little bit by distressing them. I have decided to use Distress Oxide Vintage Photo and the Distress Oxide Forest Moss, because I think these look really great on these pages. So the vintage photo, of course, is always a great idea. So do I have an example here? Yes, I have this little piece. So look, this I think looks really great in combination with the colors of the printable. No matter where you put it, it looks great. But yeah, that's vintage photo, of course. But the forest moss, this one here, looks also really great. I have prepared this one here. So look at this. I think this color is really, really amazing, and it fits the background color of this paper really well. So I tried, when I made the digital, I tried to make the colors that they match the color of the forest moss. So if you have those colors in your Distress Oxide ink stash, then you can use those. Where is my, here. So I will use this finger tool here, and I will just go over this thing here a little bit. And of course you can decide if you want to distress the whole thing or only a little bit, or if you want to make some, yeah, darker areas, some lighter areas. Play around a little bit, and please do it like you want to do it. So now we have this, and I think that looks really cool and really interesting. So when we have that, we can decide on which page we want to make our little decoration thingy. So I think I want to make it on this page here on the top. I think this one could look really well if we place that here, like so. And probably we can take the smaller one. So this is the thing that I just colored with the ink, but I have this one. It's the same ink, the same this forest moss. I think that looks great in combination with this other thing, probably like so. And I think I want to have some white as well, because we have some white in the background here. For that, I think I want to use this paper doily that I've bought. So I think that's also a nice combination. If you use a paper doily that you have made by your own and one that you have bought in a shop, can be a nice combination. So probably this is a little bit too big for this position. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. Okay, but I like this combination, and I think I want to have this like it is. So what I will just do is I will take this like so, and I will glue this together and then cut it in half, and then I show you what I want to do with it. So originally I wanted to place my embellishment here on top of this page, but I realized that this is too big. But I like this. That's a disaster, because yeah, you have to decide what you want to do. So I like it, so I want to use it, but not on this page. But I will show you how you can solve this problem. So just glue the single pieces to each other. Just apply some glue here and there and just glue that together so that we have this nice layering here. And then I will take my scissors and just cut this in half. So one possibility to use this now on this page, if you want to have it on that page that you have chosen before, is you can just fold this in half, for example, and then put that here to the corner of the page, like so. I think this could look really nice here. Sorry, you can't see anything. Like so. That would be one possibility. Now you can glue that completely so that it's only a decoration here on top, or you could glue it here and here, or also sew it with your sewing machine so that you have a tuck spot here and that you can tuck something behind here. The other thing is you could also put that here to the bottom corner of the page. I think that would also look great, like so. Then this little guy is a little bit hidden there, but I think that could look great as well, and I think I would like to do that here. Am I sure? Yes, I am sure. Okay, so for that plan, I'm just taking my glue, come out, and I just put some glue here, only to this surface that has no holes, because here, yeah, it can stand up a little bit. I don't need any glue here, so of course you can glue that completely, but I think it's totally enough to do it like so. And then I just place this here, exactly there where the fold is, that I get this here lined up with the page, like this. Press this side down, and then you can just here, I think on the other side, I would like to have it as some kind of tuck spot. So I just apply some glue here and here, and only glue it on this edge here. And then I think it could look nice if we take some distress ink and just go over here. So, and I think this looks really nice. I think I really like that. And the back side looks like this now, and I really like that in combination with this paper. So this is also a printable from my shop. I will link that down below for you in the description box as well. So this thing here we can also use on this side of this page, I think. And I really like that when you have some similar designs that go through the journal. So you can see this is obviously the same thing like this, but it has not the same shape. And I think I like that. And I want to show you something that I found out the other day that you can do. So I will just put this here with some glue. Then just check the position. Yeah. We'll glue that here. And now I'm taking a little piece of paper, so approximately like so, and on the other side, yeah, as well, that it is, yeah, you see how big it is. And I'm also taking a piece of lace that covers this this piece of paper. So the lace that I'm using is a little bit bigger than this piece of paper, because I want to hide this piece of paper with the lace later, and I will tell you in a second why. So this is a little bit, yeah, very green. So let me just put that here to my ink pad and make it a little bit more brown, like so. Yeah, okay. So when we have that, I would like to take some feathers. Yeah. I'm totally in love with feathers at the moment. And let me show you a really good example. Probably you think, what is she doing? You can't apply a feather like this to your junk journal page because it has this shape. It's really round. When you place it here, as you can see, the feather is really strange. It has this, yeah, this shape. But take your fingernail and press this little thing here a little bit, and you can fold it a little bit towards yourself, so in the other direction than this curve of this thing is, just like so. This is really sturdy, so I think you can't destroy that so easily. And when you have that, then you have the feather like so, and it's really flat, and then you have the chance to put the feathers here. Look at this. But when you do it like so, then you can make that really flat, like so, and perhaps a third one. Okay, so when we have that, these others are out of the way, then I hold them here with my fingers where I want them. I think like so. Press them down here. A little bit more, like so. So that they are in the position under your finger where you want them. Then you just take some glue and put that here. Looks a little bit strange, I know. Trust me, that will work. Then you take this little piece of paper, place that on top, approximately here at the half of this whole length. Press that down a little bit so that the feathers are sticking there in between of the paper and the page, like so. Then you can turn this around, and that's probably a little bit too long now. It covers much of this mushroom, so you can just tear that and make it a little bit shorter, because on this side it's not so important how long this is. On this side it has no function. Just, you know, you have to glue that somewhere. Then we take our lace, because this of course looks a little bit strange. And I take my lace now, put some glue here. I will go around this with my sewing machine in a second. If you want to just glue that, that's also possible, of course, but then you have to apply the glue a little bit more exactly like I did it here. I only need this to hold that in place, because later on my sewing machine will sew that down and the feathers will stay in place. If you only want to glue that without sewing, then please apply enough glue to your lace so that the whole thing can stay there, and use a really strong glue to do that. And I would recommend a glue that dries really fast. Otherwise you have to be really patient until the feathers stay in place where you want them. Okay, so now we have that, and I will just go to my sewing machine and sew around here, and then I will show you how that looks. Okay, so here I'm back. Now this looks like so, and I think this is so cute with these feathers, and now they stay in place as they are. So when this glue is totally dry and the sewing is on top, then nothing can happen, so you can't tear them out. It's yeah. Do you like this? So I think I really like this. So here we have another example. As you can see, I have used some bigger feathers here, so that also looks cute, I think. Here I'm not so happy because I made them really regular. I think it looks nicer. Where's this page now? My goodness. It looks nicer when the feathers are in one direction, a little bit more on one side of this whole circle thing. I mean, yeah, you can compare that. I think I like this version better. And I think like it better when the feathers are a little bit smaller than here, but so here you can compare it which one you like better. And also if these both were together, that would look also really nice. You could also make a really cool embellishment by using a whole circle. Or, oh my goodness, what we also could do is, let me try that. Sorry, another time where I don't do what I said, but let me try something. I just have a really cool idea, I think. I would like to make 2 different of these little layered things. So let me just think about this. Here we have this green. So let's make this a little bit brown. I think that looks really nice. And this covers up really much, but what about perhaps this? This looks really elegant, but I think we will go just with this both things here, and here we have the 3 layers. I think that can be great. Okay, so my idea is the following. I would like to try to first glue these both things together like we did it before. Like so. So here I will do it the same, just putting some glue here, and then let's cut that in half, like so. Oh, it's not very straight, but I think that's no problem. Cut that in half as well, like so. And then we can combine these, and I think that looks really, really great. We just need something that we can put to the middle of these, but look at this. I think that's really cool. One possibility, of course, is to glue that like so and glue it totally. Another option would be to glue it like this. I think that's really interesting as well, probably a little bit more. And I think I would like to do that and then turn that into some kind of a pocket or something like that. I think I really like this idea. Okay, so let's try something. Let's try to put this here, like so. And then we could apply this here, but first we have to attach it to each other. So I think I will just apply some glue here and glue the other one on top. So that's the easiest way. I think like so. And I'm just thinking if I probably want to attach a little ruffle here on top as well. So I'm thinking of using some sari silk and making a ruffle here. Okay, so here I'm back with my little ruffle. I use this sari silk and just sewed it like so. And I think I would like to place this here and this other piece underneath, but only on the green thing. So I don't know how to manage that this gets into the right position, because I need some space to glue this. Yeah, okay, so let's see. First of all, we have to cut it to the right length. Of course, this is a little bit too long now. And then I'll just put some glue here and also here. And try to glue that at the same time. Funny, Louise, really funny. So I place this here so that I have the chance to move it a little bit if it's not in the right position, but I think this is really nice, like so. Yeah, why not? Huh. I think this is cute. Yeah, so now I will apply the glue only here on this side of this thing and on this side of this thing, so that we have the chance to put something behind, so that this becomes some kind of a pocket or belly band tuck spot thingy, you know, like so. Now we can take something, a paper or a journaling card or whatever. So let me just take this just for demonstration. Imagine this is a letter or a photo or a tag or whatever, and then you can take this and put that behind. So I have to be a little bit careful because the glue is not dry until now. But I think you can imagine how this would look, and I think this is really cute. I think I really like that, and this is also such an experience. I have not planned to make that like so. Yeah, you have seen that in the video. My mind has changed completely, but that's the cool thing about such projects. So you can change your mind within your process, and you can do something totally different, and you can be satisfied with it in the end, even if it's not that what you have planned. So I hope you like this idea. So I have to take that out and let that dry completely without this paper, so that it not comes off too much in the middle. Yeah, I hope you like this, and I hope you will try something like this by yourself. And probably you would like to show me your results and your creations. You can do that, of course, on Instagram, for example. That would be the easiest way. And if you would like to do that, please tag me and yeah, write at Luise Heinzel, or you can also use this hashtag that you can see here somewhere in the screen, Junk Journal Art mit Luise Heinzel. So that is German, and it means Junk Journal Art with Luise Heinzel. Really easy. Yeah, if you want to share your projects and yeah, what you probably did after watching my videos, I would be really happy to see something that you have created. And I hope you will have a really great time. Stay healthy and see you the next time. Bye bye.